wherever you connecting from. Let's do well to share this space and welcome our friends to join us on the space today. Yeah, it's great to have you all on space. It's been a while. Welcome everyone once again. Let's do well to share this particular space and inform our friends and tell them that we are live with the Galaxy Lab and the Diverge Loop spaces today. All right, guys.
Hey everyone, good to be here.
Amazing, amazing. Hey, man. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right, amazing, amazing. Great to have you. Let's just give a 2 minutes heads up for the community to join us, and then we will begin the space immediately. Hey everyone, whilst we wait for the others to join us, let's do well to share, retweet this space. Let's get our friends to come join us for this great and amazing time with Diverge Loop. Yes, so before we begin this space, hey Diverge Loop, could you do a basic introduction about yourself? Now, not about Diverge Loop, but we'll just need your name and just tell us about yourself before we go into Diverge Loop properly.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me. So my name's Zafar. I'm CEO of Diverge Loop. I've been working in the blockchain and Web3 space for a number of years now, focusing on building platforms that empower communities and investors. And yeah, great to be here today.
This is amazing. Great to be speaking with the CEO himself, and it's really going to be an awesome time today. We are trusting that you have a lot of information for us down here at the Galaxy Lab. And one of the beautiful things here is that our communities have prepared so much for you, and they're so hyped to hear from you today. All right, so I'll just give you a 1 minute, and then we would begin this AMA immediately. All right, everyone, welcome once again to the AMA space with DivergeLoop. So, yes, we'll begin our question sessions right now. So, could you tell us what is DivergeLoop and similar if this is like a new name? So, tell us about its previous name and tell us the whole idea about DivergeLoop. What really is DivergeLoop?
Yeah, sure. So Diverge Loop is a decentralized platform that helps with token issuance, liquidity provision, fundraising, and governance. We used to be called Diamond Launch, but the rebrand reflects our evolution from just a launchpad to a fully decentralized infrastructure platform. We quickly realized that the market sort of needed more. So hence the rebrand and the expansion in scope of what we're doing.
Well, that's amazing. That's amazing. Could you maybe tell us why the rebrand, why the change of the name? Just go a little bit more into details why the name had to change to Diverge Loop and what's the new idea about Diverge Loop?
Yeah, so before we were predominantly a launch pad, but over time we sort of realised that the market needs more than just a launch pad. So we've evolved to be a much larger scope project, um, and Diverge Loop as a name seemed to sort of epitomise the sort of larger scale of what we're trying to achieve, I suppose.
Oh well, that's simply amazing, and so beautiful to see that you were able to look deep into the market to see that there are actually more needs in the Web3 space, and you are doing a lot to bring more solution and more utility down into the space. That's really something very cool and amazing. So yes, how does Diverge Loop ensure transparency and decentralization in its platform operations?
Yeah, great question. So this is sort of crucial to everything that we do. We make everything transparent by using DAO governance, which lets the community, who are the DLC token holders, vote on important things like protocol changes, budget allocations. Everything we do on the platform is stored on chain, so anyone can see what's going on at any time. They'll be able to drill into any of the sort of on-chain information we have, and get a much better understanding of what's going on in a transparent manner.
This is so amazing. This is so amazing. It's a beautiful thing to see that a few people in the space is doing a lot to ensure transparency and decentralization. And I must say that that's really a very cool thing. And I like the fact that you are doing your best to ensure transparency and by the whole DAO and the governance, and that's very beautiful. And tell me, what role does the inbuilt whitelist system play in Diverge Loop's token sale process? I'm very, very curious about that.
Yeah, so the whitelist system makes sure that only verified users can take part in liquidity pools or get rewards. This helps keep everything secure and ensures that only legitimate participants are involved.
I'm sorry, man. Could you say again? Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, sure, no problem. The whitelist system makes sure that only verified users can take part in liquidity pools or get rewards. Um, this sort of just ensures that everything is secure and only legitimate people can get involved, and really stops the plague of sort of bots and um, people trying to sort of abuse the systems really. So it's there to ensure that only the people that are whitelisted can take part in the token sales.
Oh well, that's simply amazing. What does a user have to do to, because if the whitelist really verifies, what does the user has to do to be like what does the user has to do to be like a legitimate participant? I don't know if you get my question.
Yeah, no, great question. So really, that's down to the different projects. So the users will join a whitelist that's set up by whatever project is on Diverge Loop. Once a wallet address meets the project's criteria, so it could be holding tokens, it could be completing, different sort of tasks, both on chain and off chain. Once a user has tick those boxes, then they'll be whitelisted, and then they can take part in the token sales and liquidity events, that sort of thing. It's really done to give the projects the power to control who they want to be participating in their sales, and to make sure that bots and things like that don't abuse the system. But it will be fairly flexible. Some projects may have much stricter requirements than others, but that is down to the different projects.
Oh well, that's very very great, and I think everyone listening, not a financial advice, but that really looks like something that is very good, and I think we all can check that out. Let's do well to run down to Diverge Loop whilst you listen into this AMA session right now, and just go through everything and just see things for yourself as it is run, and let's do well to be verified. Kind of. All right. So let's go more into deeper questions. I am so hyped. And whilst I was going through the the website itself, I really want to know how are liquidity providers kind of incentivized on the Diverge Loop platform? Just give us more detail into that, how the liquidity providers become incentivized, in case maybe there are people who are willing to provide liquidity. How do they become incentivized on the Diverge Loop platform?
So liquidity providers can earn rewards through a share of the trading fees. There'll also be bonus tokens that liquidity providers can earn for helping out with liquidity. For us, it's all about rewarding people who contribute to the platform's growth. There's going to be lots of different ways that liquidity providers will be incentivized.
Oh well, that's so cool. Everyone, it's good to see that you have the liquidity providers at heart. And what's the share of these trading fees? I mean the percentage. What reward percentage is for the liquidity providers? I don't know if you get the
Yeah,
question.
sure. So 0.1% is the standard rewards, and there will be some other elements on top of that. But the share of the trading fees will be 0.1%.
Oh, good, good, good. So everyone, you could see that this project is all about rewarding people who are contributing to the platform growth. So if I were you, I would do well to check out and let's see how we can contribute to the growth of the Diverge Loop. Amazing, amazing. All right, in what way does the Diverge Loop support cross-chain functionality, and in which blockchain is it currently integrated?
So we're cross-chain already. Right now we're live on Binance Smart Chain, but we've got a lot more plans to expand to multiple different blockchains in the future. A lot of that will come down to the DAO and which chains people submit. So we're going to be very, very guided by the DAO and the token holders. So there's a lot of ones that we're looking at the moment. Some quite new and exciting ones, things like movement. But a cross-chain bridge will let users trade and stake tokens across all our different networks seamlessly. So it won't matter which chain you're holding your tokens on ultimately.
Oh well, that's really great. That's really great. All right, let's move more into the because you've spoken a lot about the DAO and the governance. You've made mention of it for quite a while. So let's talk about the governance and the DAO. What governance model does the Diverge Loop follow? And how can token holders participate in this decision making? Because you spoke earlier how that the holders of the token or the DAO would talk about the chains with which we are going to expand the Diverge Loop platform to. So yeah, so tell us, what governance model does the Diverge Loop follow, and how can these token holders participate in the decision making?
Yeah, great question. So it's a DAO governance model. So DLC token holders will be able to vote on, everything on the platform, important decisions like protocol updates, how funds are spent. So the more DLC tokens you hold, the more voting power you will have. And we had one of our first DAO votes last week, which went really well. But there's going to be, a lot of different things that people can vote on. To be honest, if you're a token holder and you've got an idea for the platform or a suggestion or something that you think is important to you, then you'll be able to submit a proposal, and the DAO will vote on that. So this is going to be crucial to what we do, and there's going to be a lot of activity and a lot of votes happening. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Amazing, amazing. Even though I have a personal question about the DAO, I don't know if I can ask that. And the question is simply, it's very simple though. But the question is this: that when it comes to the DAO and the voting, do you give more voting power to people who hold more tokens, or do you give voting power to the more people? Let's say, for instance, someone with more tokens vote on a particular matter, and then let's say people with lesser tokens vote on another particular matter, but then they are the majority. How do you balance? I don't know if you get the question.
Yes, that is a great question actually, and I think that's something that may evolve over time. As it stands, it will be based on the more tokens you have, the more votes you will have effectively. So one token will be one vote. But you only have to have one token to submit a proposal. So, if you've got a great idea, it doesn't matter if you've only got one token or a million. If it's a good idea, you can submit it, and people will vote on that. It may be that we change that in the future, but yeah, as it stands, one token, one vote.
This is really cool, and I think it's really from the concept where people who really want to contribute, I believe they should give themselves to getting more tokens. I believe so. If the people want to really contribute into the project and getting to have more voting power, I believe they should give more into the project. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, man. So it's very great, and I think I have a lot of people who will be quite enthusiastic about this. And people listening in, I believe you are hearing this premium detail. And I know that right now you are already so hyped for Diverge Loop. So if I were you, whilst this AMA is going on, do well to check the site of Diverge Loop and just give them a like, give them a follow, and if you can, join their community and contribute so much to it. All right, let's move further. We are going deeper into our questions. Yes, yes. So how does Diverge Loop promote market stability and community engagement?
Yeah, so to keep things stable, Diverge Loop focuses on secure token launches and transparent liquidity management. Everything is on chain and is visible for holders to just look up and see what's happening on chain. So everything is transparent. The community stays engaged through DAO voting, project recommendations, and there'll be a lot of other ways to get involved in shaping the platform's future.
Oh well, that's great. That's great. And in terms of the token stability, how do you manage the token stability? Did you get the question?
Yeah, sorry. When you say token stability, do you mean our token or?
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, I suppose everything that we focus on a platform is about promoting sort of quality launches and having a quality product. So, you know, there's nothing apart from that. It's very difficult to ensure a token remains stable. I mean, I suppose what we hope for is for the token to be stable upwards over time. But crypto is very volatile. So in
Yeah.
terms of our focus, it's about providing a quality platform and a quality product that is transparent, that people will trust, and hopefully the token side of things will follow from there.
Well, that's amazing. And the other part of the question, which you kind of missed out, is how do you ensure like promote the community engagement in the project?
So for the different projects that are launching on our platform, do you mean?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, lots of different ways. We're going to be very engaged with projects. Um, each project will have its own sort of marketing plans and launch plans and that sort of things. And we're going to be providing support to the projects and assistance in terms of engaging and working with partners and that sort of thing. So yeah, there'll be a lot of stuff coming on that side.
Well, that's great. That's great. I see you really have so much planned down, man. I must say your team is really doing very, very good. And I think I would ask more question about your team later. But let's move further. What tools does the Diverge Loop offer for token issuance and for fundraising?
Yeah, great question. So our main product, which is Genesis Gate, which focuses on this side of things, is going to be launching fairly soon over the next couple of months. This will let projects autonomously register, define their tokenomics, and launch without needing approval from any centralized authorities. So built into that, there's going to be tools for liquidity, staking, fundraising, and it's all made so that projects can launch easily. They've got all the tools there ready for them to just get their token out there, but in a way that's sort of easy and manageable for projects. And it's all designed to be entirely flexible and scalable. Yeah, I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, it kind of did. It kind of did. Yeah, even though I think a few persons may not really get it so much, but I think it kind of did. Yeah, so I think I want you to talk a little on the Genesis Gate. I think it's one of the offers I saw on your platform. I don't know if you could just maybe share a little light about it.
Yeah, no problem. So it's going to be called the Genesis Gate module, and it's, I suppose, designed to facilitate project registration and token economy setup. So there's going to be a lot of stuff for token issuance, lockup schedules, sale ratios, reward distribution, all that sort of stuff. But it's going to be so our DLC holders and users on the platform will just be able to go straight to a project, and everything will be there for people to see in transparency. And it's all been set up by the various projects. So it's really to do two things, I suppose: make things easy for projects when they're starting out, but also to provide transparency for our users.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for explaining that. I sincerely thank you for that. And yes, I have few more questions remaining. Yes, so why did the Diamond launch rebrand to Diverge Loop, and what new value does the rebranding bring? I think we spoke a little about this, but our community were not here when we began to talk about that. So let's do a more deeper study into that. Why did the Diamond launch rebrand to Diverge Loop, and what new value does the rebranding bring?
Yeah, really great question. So before Diamond Launch was a launch pad, we were very focused on only launching really quality projects. So we had a focus on sort of due diligence and making sure we only launched really good projects. Over time, we felt that that wasn't enough for the marketplace. There's so many launch pads out there, and what what the market needs is a deeper product that is, beneficial not just for the projects themselves, but predominantly for the users, and to provide, much greater transparency for people that are participating in the token launches. The ability to sort of drill down on chain, what's going on, but also the ability to yeah just find the quality projects. I suppose provide the tools for users to find the quality projects themselves on the platform. And I suppose it reflects a new flexibility and scalability, and a much stronger focus on community driven innovation, rather than just being a pure launch pad. It's a much bigger platform now, with a lot more tools, a lot more transparency, and we think that is going to be really beneficial for our token holders, and the projects as well. So yeah, I hope that makes sense.
Well, yes, it totally did. Thank you so much for that. And one more question. And how does the Diverge Loop position itself to support sustainable growth in the Web3 ecosystem?
So for us, it's all about long term growth. We're built with scalability in mind. That's why we're sort of building out the tools like multi chain support, decentralized governance, enhanced security. The goal is to really provide a platform that evolves with the Web3 ecosystem, but also that can help projects grow, help communities grow together, but also ensure that the holders are supported and they have the tools to 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 grow together, I suppose.
You're saying that whilst building the project, you all had the scalability in mind, and this is the reason why you went into the you offered some tools and the DAO and a few other things that is going to help position for the Web3 ecosystem at large.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, great. Yes, let's talk about the security of the system. Could you take us through a rundown about your security measures to ensure that the Diverge Loop is safe? Just give us a brief rundown about your security measures.
Yeah, absolutely. So great question. So security is absolutely paramount to us. We've got rigorous protocols and continuous monitoring to help safeguard our users and protect against sort of potential threats. For this, the whitelisting features that are built into our projects as well are really crucial to this, just to make sure that people can ensure um, that they're protected and they have the tools to find the information they need on projects.
Well, that's great. Well, that's great. I think I have a few questions I want to ask from the community, and these questions are from a few persons in the community, and one of it says, what exact problems? Now, you spoke about rebranding the name of the Diverge Loop already, and that's great. I think this individual wants to know what exactly is the Diverge Loop currently? What's the current things that the Diverge Loop is solving apart from the Launchpad? Are there more things that have been integrated into the Diverge Loop?
Yeah, great question. So there's a lot of new stuff that we're going to be building out. This is the sort of initial inception of what we're going to be doing. There's going to be a lot more tools for projects to help market themselves that we're currently working on at the moment. We're also going to be having a big sort of marketing and partnership campaign that we're going to be working on with some quite big names in the space. So you can watch this space for that. But really, what we're about is long-term growth and making sure that we continue to add new features and new tools for the projects and also for our users and holders. So we're going to be constantly evolving, and you're going to be seeing a lot more stuff happening over the next few months.
Amazing, amazing. I believe I'm going to be in your DMs. I'm going to be in your platform just to see these new things that are happening. And I know that there are quite a lot of people from our community also that is going to jump into your community to see these new things that you are going to be offering. Now, talking about new things, could you tell us now when it comes to DeFi, there are many different platforms already in the Web3 space. How does Diverge Loop really differentiate itself from every other DeFi platform?
Sorry, you broke up there. Could you repeat that one?
Oh, okay. Yes. So I said you spoke about the innovations you have for Diverge Loop. So I said that we have seen many DeFi projects come into the space. So how do you differentiate Diverge Loop from every other project? What's the system that differentiates you from every other?
Yeah, great question. So I suppose what differentiates us predominantly is that we're building decentralized infrastructure, which is built for long-term community-driven economies. So we're not just DeFi. I suppose you could call us sort of LaunchFi, I suppose. So it's about providing the tools for the different projects in a decentralized way. All the different things like our token issuance, vesting, liquidity governance tools, all that sort of stuff, all on chain, all transparent. And yeah, it's about providing the infrastructure for different projects, and not just providing the tools just to launch and just get a token out there. It's more about all the other stuff behind the scenes that can help grow your community and help ensure your project is successful, I guess. So our DLC holders are active stakeholders. They're not just yield farmers, I suppose. We want them to be really engaged and part of everything we do. And that is going to be crucial, and that is going to be built in to the platform infrastructure.
Wow, that's really so great. And I like the fact that you went in depth to show us the uniqueness of Diverge Loop. Everyone, this is really great. The fact that our founder is able to go deep for us to show us all the uniqueness of Diverge Loop. I'm so amazed by this information that you have shared with us today. And I can really say thank you. Thank you so much. And yes, I don't know if you still want to take more questions, or do you want us to bring to a wrap?
I'm happy to take more questions.
All right, amazing, amazing. So yes, I'm going to give you just a few more questions we have here. Could you tell us, maybe before we go deeper, can you share to us about the partnerships you've had lately in the Diverge Loop? Just some of your partners for the people to see that you have some very good major partners around.
Yeah, great question. So one of our recent partners was a social platform called Move with Friends. They're quite an innovative social platform that are doing sort of great stuff on movement. So they're a really interesting project. They're definitely one you should take a look at. Movement are quite an exciting blockchain for us that we're going to be doing a lot more on in the future. So yeah, definitely take a look at those guys. And in terms of other partnerships coming up, there's going to be some really interesting ones so watch this space over the next few weeks for some of the stuff that's going to be coming out.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. And I've been wanting to ask, could you tell me about your team that's come together to pull Diverge Loop through to this point? Just share with us about your team.
Yeah, great question. So we're quite a tight team. We've been all working in the space for quite a number of years now. So I cut out there. Are you still there?
Yes, yes, yes. I couldn't hear you again. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So yeah, I'm the CEO. We've got Anton, who is the CTO, the charge of the tech side of things, and our chief marketing officer, Sakana. We've all been working in the Web3 space for multiple years, and yeah, we're really excited about the future for Diverge Loop. We've got some really exciting stuff planned, and yeah, I think it's going to be exciting. Exciting year ahead.
Amazing, amazing. I look forward to jumping into your community and just saying hi to one or two persons around. And yes, so I have just two more questions, and I would bring this to a wrap. And the question is this: okay, first, I want you to share with us your roadmaps. I mean, what's the current developments, or rather, the future development plans that you have for Diverge Loop?
Yeah, so our full roadmap we're going to be announcing fairly soon. But in terms of the main focus for the team is the Genesis Gate module. That is really core to everything that we're going to be building over the next few months and years. So we're hoping to launch that at some point in the next couple of the months. And that is going to provide the suite of tools for both the projects and both the users, just to ensure that these projects can launch quickly, safely, and securely, but also in a way that can help them grow and can help their communities grow. But it will also have all the stuff that the DLC holders will want to see, so that they can drill down into all the information and decide whether a project is for them or not. So that's really our core focus at the moment. We're really excited to get that launched and to get it out to you, but it's got to be right, and we've got to make sure that everything is working, and we've dotted the i's and dotted the t's, so to speak. So it won't be too long, so watch this space. And yeah, we're quite excited by what we're putting out there.
That's amazing. I would be watching the space, like you said. Yeah. So I have to ask this: how do you attract new projects, and how do you plan to do that, and how do you support new projects within your ecosystem? Because I must say that there are people who may be listening in currently who want to come into Diverge Loop. So how do you support, and how do you
Thank you.
attract new projects?
Yeah, great question. So, in terms of the attraction side of things, we are going to be doing a lot of proactive marketing over the next few months. So that's going to be really core in what we do. What we hope is that our products itself will attract projects by offering what they really need, which is not just fundraising access, but real infrastructure, but also tools to not only launch their tokens, but engage and foster community growth, I suppose. So it's what we want is it for it to be a full package for projects to help launch. So the Genesis Gate module will provide builders with the tools and trust that they need from day one. So really, that's our core focus. Once it does launch, we're going to be doing a lot of proactive marketing in terms of getting the product out there and ensuring people know about it. But yeah, really, it's about having the best product and the best tools that the projects want, because projects do want this stuff. We speak to lots of different projects out there that are sort of complain about launching their token on a different platform, and there was problems with this area, problems with that area, and what we're going to provide is a way that everything that they'll need to do it will be plug and play to a certain degree. So that side of things is super streamlined. It's going to be super easy for them, but also the infrastructure for the other stuff will be there as well. And for us, it's not just about launching the products; it's about launching products and helping them grow over time. One of the things that we've seen a lot of with the sort of high volume launch pads, things like Pump.Fun, is there's a lot of overnight success, but not much sort of sustained support going forwards. So things tend to be very successful and then fizzle out. That's not what we're looking for. We want projects that are going to build and grow over time. And that is going to be good for everyone. It'll be good for the projects. It'll be good for the token holders, good for our DLC token holders. So that's what we want, is for projects to join us that are committed to long-term growth. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes complete sense. Thank you so much, man, for going deep into these explanations. We don't see that a lot. I really, really, really thank you for that. And I believe the people who are listening live have received premium value and premium information about Diverge Loop, and our community is willing to give the much support from us. So yes, everyone, whilst you're listening in, let's do well to give a follow. I've given DivergeLoop a follow. Let's do well to give DivergeLoop a follow and just jump into the community and just say hi on the Telegram platform and Discord and just everywhere. Just do well to follow DivergeLoop everywhere. Thank you so much once again. And could you maybe we actually did not take any question that you desire to answer. Maybe you have something to say that you want us to talk about, or something you wanted to talk about that we have not asked. Maybe you want to give us an alpha on Diverge Loop, and this is the right time to do that.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I don't think there's anything else. I just think, what we're trying to achieve is, provide a much stronger product for, users and investors, that's going to be completely transparent, and that is just going to give people the opportunity to, drill down into projects, and for projects themselves to have the tools to launch effectively. So yeah, watch this space. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening over the next few months. So make sure you join our Discord. Make sure you're following us on X. Say hello in the Telegram. If there's anything that we didn't answer, reach out and ask us. But if you're a project, you can get in touch on the website, and reach out about partnerships, collaboration, anything like that. We want to hear from you. And yeah, watch this space. It's going to be an exciting few months, and we can't wait to show you what we've been working on.
That's amazing. Yes, guys. So I think I've seen the Telegram, and it's really been it's really been a very great space up here. And the Telegram, I think I see so much participation in the Telegram. So guys, I think you can do well to join the Telegram platform. Let's do well to follow them on X. I think we had a very premium detail here. Once again, thank you so much once again for sharing with us. I must say that it has been a very great space with you right now, and I'm already running down to check more on the Diverge Loop, and I would give my feedback to the community. It's been a great time. Once more, thank you for everyone who tuned in, and great community, Diverge Loop, and thank you once again for this great time.
Thanks for having me, and thanks everyone for listening. And I'll see you in the socials.
Yes, we'll see you in the socials, man. Take care of yourself.
Thanks.
All right, everyone. Yeah, all right, everyone. Thank you for joining once again. Galaxy Lab AMA. It's been a very great time with Diverge Loop. So let's do it well to give them a follow. Let's do well to hang in the community. I would like to see us there. Thank you, everyone, for your great questions. Thank you once again for joining for this AMA space today. Do have a very beautiful day ahead. Thank you, guys.